welcome to Sounds Heavenly. Today we're going to review Bang & Olufsen's E8 Sport Bluetooth headphones. I'll unbox them, give you my thoughts on these, and I'm also going to explain the one essential thing that isn't explained anywhere that you do need to know in order to get these sounding the way that they should. Just very quickly, if you're used to my channel, then you'll know that my day job is making the wires that connect Bang & Olufsen products at soundsheavenly.com. I don't normally do wireless. The reasons for this is that I won these in a prize draw. So that's why you'll see the advert marker at the start of the video. I won these at beoworld.org, which is the world's largest and longest established independent Bang & Olufsen fan website. This is the place where people go to find out about B&O products, and they have a quarterly prize draw for members. So for £30 a year you get access to all sorts of perks like user manuals, service manuals for products going way back to the 1940s and beyond, and plus you get the chance to win 4 times a year excellent Bang & Olufsen prizes, and this is actually one of the lesser prizes, one of the runner-up prizes in the recent draw. The other reason is that as a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed, we've just reached 10,000 subscribers on the channel, and I've got a promise for you. If we get to 10,500 subscribers by the start of April, I will review these on video underwater for you, because these are water resistant sports headphones. So let's turn the camera around and get the box open. So here we have a brand new unopened pair of Bang & Olufsen E8 Sport wireless sports earphones, still in their original protective cellophane sheath. Now these are in the anthracite oxygen colourway. So without further ado, let's open them up and find out just exactly what we've got here. Probably the most satisfying part of the process is removing the cellophane. Quite nice, even though these are recently discontinued, we've got a pair here that are completely untouched. So, let's very gently shake the two sides of the box apart and see what we have. Very, very nice quality box, as we have with all the recent Bang & Olufsen products. We've got nice soft foam inserts in the lid, and also the shaped inserts here for the case, which actually that is really, really nice quality, and for the earphones themselves. And if, like me, you've got OCD, I'm sure you'll be delighted to see that there is a little bit of cellophane to peel off on each earbud with the Bang & Olufsen logo underneath. Now let's see what we've got. The finish of this case is very nice actually. It's not too heavy, but it's got a good amount of heft to it for the size, and the lid opens with a nice spring-loaded pull and closes with a satisfying click, and we've got a little indicator light. Now as you open and close it, the light comes on and indicates either green for high level of charge for the case, or amber or red for low charge. And you might be thinking, charge for the case? But this case has a battery in, and this allows you to charge up the earbuds by placing the back in the case. You don't need to plug into the mains every time you want to refresh the batteries on the earbuds. There's a USB-C socket on the back of the case, so you can charge the case, and then consequently with the earbuds inside the case and the case plugged in, everything can then be fully charged from flat, and you get around about 3 full charges of the earbuds from the case while you're travelling. So Bang & Olufsen claim, I think, 30 hours of use typically. In the position of the box where the case was, underneath we have a quick start guide, and that says that what we need to do to put the earphones into pairing mode is open the case, pop the earphones in for 2 seconds, 1, 2, take them out, and the light's flashing, ready to pair. So this is where we need the Bang & Olufsen app, and here we are. That is showing Beoplay E8 Sport, set up now, connecting to product, select an accessory, E8 Sport. It may take a minute to find your earphones. The lights have turned blue. We can choose the colour, so these are anthracite oxygen. Let's see if we can find, there we go. These are not active noise cancelling earbuds, but they will give you some measure of reduction of the sound from the environment around you. Transparency mode removes that and allows you to clearly hear through the microphones what's going on around. So here we have Beoplay E8 Sport. Level of charge of the batteries, left is 90%, right is 90%. We have a range of sound modes. They default to optimal. You have also sport, commute, clear, podcast, and the tone wheel, which is quite a nice option. This allows you to go for either high treble, high bass, low treble, low bass, or any combination. And the optimal setting normally has that tone wheel set in its mid position. You can turn off the transparency, set it to low, medium or high to vary the amount of background noise you can hear whilst wearing the earphones. And you can also set an automatic standby function so that they'll go into standby mode in 15 minutes if they're not used. Let's turn the camera around and we'll see what the fit and finish is like in a moment. First of all, it's worth just lifting the foam in the case, which there's actually a little pull tab for that. And inside you can see the remaining accessories that are included. There's a USB-A to USB-C charging cable for the case. There's an instruction manual, quick start guide. There's a little pack of desiccant, which is to remove any surplus moisture in the case from transit. So please dispose of that responsibly. That is dangerous to pets or young children. And we also have different sizes of bands for the outside of the earbud, which help to locate it in your ear, and also different sizes and styles of ear tips. So you can adjust these quite easily to different sizes and shapes of ear. And we'll cover in a moment just how effective these are. So I must admit, when I first put these earphones in, I was disappointed. And I realise now I was not hearing them at their best. And let me explain why. Now, out of the box, these earphones come fitted with the medium-sized blue rubber ear tips. And whilst they're generally a good fit for most people's ears, including my own, they actually don't do justice to what are actually exceedingly good earphones. Now, when using the rubber ear tips, I couldn't get a good seal around my ear, and as a result the bass from the earphones was almost non-existent. When I turned it up in the app, it just sounded loose and woolly, and the treble was uneven and sounded quite sort of spitty and splashy and really not nice, and again the app wouldn't really correct it. And to be honest, I was disappointed because for me, Bang & Olufsen products have always just worked out of the box, and the standard settings have always been the right ones. They just feel right. So I thought something's wrong here, and it was surprisingly easy to fix. As well as the 3 different sizes of blue rubber ear tips, there is a set of black comply foam, memory foam ear tips, and as soon as you fit those, the sound is transformed. These give a wonderfully tight fit to your ear, not uncomfortable, but secure. And you probably will find that if your ear canal is quite tight, then giving these a little bit of a squeeze before you put them in will let them then expand when they go into your ear and that will then give you a nice secure fit. Now immediately, when you set the B&O app to the optimal setting, the sound is glorious. The bass is really deep and tight and crisp, and the treble has lost that splashiness. And I think that is because when you look into these earphones, we actually have a little bit of foam in the tip as well. And I think that is taming the treble. I'd actually go so far as to say I think that B&O's engineers who will have tuned these in the factory will have done so wearing the Comply foam tips. So my advice is, the first thing you should do when you get these out of the box is take off the blue rubber tips, put the memory foam tips on, then wear them. And that's how they're supposed to sound in my view. One thing that you may find, if like me you're used to wearing conventional earplugs, then my gut feeling was to use my finger to push the earphones into place. That's not a good way of doing it, because the touch panel then activates and starts changing tracks on your music. So what you want to do is just get into the habit of using your finger and thumb on the side on the rubber grip to fit them into your ear. So here I'm using the left earpiece because the right earpiece is actually the master of the two. So whilst that's securely in the box, they won't try to pair to your phone. So you can use just the right earpiece if you want to have just one in your ear. But here I'll show you with just the left earpiece. The little fin at the top goes upwards, and that should give you a perfect fit. Now obviously these are not active noise cancelling headphones, but with the memory foam tips in, what they do is they seal superbly well to your ears, so you have very effective passive noise cancellation, very similar to wearing memory foam earplugs. And you can dial that out in stages using transparency. So in the app, transparency off gives you really just not a nice quiet background, and you could even wear these with a transparency off with no music playing, and on a commute for example just have a little bit of peace and quiet. By turning up the transparency to low or medium, those are very similar. There's not a lot of difference between the two settings, but it gives you a bit of flow of background noise from your environment whilst your music plays. When you turn it up to high transparency, it will stop your music so that you can hear clearly what's going on around you. So these are Bluetooth 5.1. They've got aptX, SBC and AAC codecs, I believe. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because as I mentioned, I'm not a wireless person. Although, you know what, I think if anything were to convert me to wireless, it could quite possibly be these E8 Sports. I would strongly recommend considering these, particularly now as a pre-owned purchase. These are exceptional value for money. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.